Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
Here we go as they bring it on down there out of corner number 2 there here at Eldora. Practice ends up and we're getting ready for your first heat race of the night. Maybe 2 heat races. I'll see how the grid. Yes, 2 heat races on tonight. Here is heat race number 1 with Easton Zen out there on pole with Benny Sansone there on second. Row number 2 on it inside. Wade Fields driving at number 1 there for Indy Race Parts Esports. Starting there in third with Ron Quinsel there in the 46. Starting there fourth. Ryan Covey will start there in 8th. Or, sorry, not in 8th. He's driving car number 8, starting 5th. And for those of you that might have tuned in to possibly see the broadcast for the Coast to Coast Pro Late models, I am sorry that we did not broadcast that here at FFTV. I do appreciate Shaggy so much over Shaggy TV for allowing me to let my PC cool down so that we can do this NARC show here tonight with the Midgets as they get rolling here in the corner number 1. Looks like we got 4 drivers here for heat number 1. Head on out there in the corner. Let's get some numbers up here. Now you can see where your number might be. Benny Sassone up there on the outside and at number 80. I don't know if I'm saying Benny's last name correct or not. 8 laps the distance here for heat number 1. And they'll bring it on down there through corner number 2. Hey, bring it on out here. Great job there tonight by the driver getting lined up. Everything looking good here. The track looks great as they work here off the corner. And down here through the front straightaway in the corner number 1 they go as they bring it off there through turn 1 and 2 down that back straightaway. You'll watch them there as they slide it on into 3 and 4 up there on that high side. Vinny's trying to make that middle groove work for him, and he will do so here down in the corner number 1, getting there to the outside of Easton, as Easton there trying to hang on to the lead. Can't quite do it at the moment as they roll through turn 3 and 4 side by side. Rolling off here, that outside lane going to get a run. So Vinny will take that lap there as they roll down through turn 1 and 2. And there you see Vinny getting a great run off of turn 2 to get it around Easton. Ryan back here in a third. Ron back here in a fourth. Just trying to work his way around the track here tonight. Up there at the front, Vinny trying to get his way around, leading the way there through the middle part of the racetrack here tonight as you watch Easton trying to find out where he's running to try to chase him back down. As you see that 121, or rather the 8 there. All right. Down there on the bottom side through 1 and 2. Works his way up off of 2 down here through 3 and 4 now. 4 laps to go as he's up there into the outside wall. Ron there trying to work his way through turn 3 and 4 as there's now 3 laps to go for Vinny as he works down that backstretch there out of turn number 2. Durkin through 3 and 4, the 80 of Vinny. Out there in the front, working his way down that front straightaway through turn 1 and 2. And heading on back onto the backstretch here, 2 laps to go. Easton there in second. Ryan in third as they hand it on out here. Coming to the white flag. Vinny will take the white flag here, coming into 1. Out through 2. Vinny's out there leading the way. His race to lose here for heat number 1. As Easton works down that back straightaway. Ryan there in third. Ron in a fourth. And off turn number 4, Vinny Sassoni getting that win here at Eldora for your heat number 1 here tonight. Driving that Ironman number 80 machine. So heat number 1 results are in. That's going to be Vinny out there getting the win. Easton there second. Ryan there in third. Ron in fourth. Wade Fields there in fifth. All right, heat number 2 on the grid. We have Cale Heibolt there in first for Team SSR. SSR Elite driver Brandon Garman out there in the 18 starts second. Starting in third tonight, Jackson Lauterbaugh there in the number 29 starts third, and fourth starts the Indy Race Parts Esports driver Noah Bowman in the 024 with Tebow Brannon there in the 49 in a fifth. Okay, see they're out there rolling underway. All 5 drivers here in this heat as they work there now out of turn number 2 through 3 and 4. They're working on off. There you see one more time around. Cale having that lead down there on the bottom side. They work there off turn number 2. Yeah, off turn number 4, pace truck rolls in. They're anxious to get going, and off corner number 4, green flag down and away. Cale down there on that inside line, making it look easy down there. But that outside lane we saw prevail there in heat number 1. And Brandon Gorman's going to get up there and try to battle it out there as you watch come there off turn number 4. Cale down there on the bottom, that catfish slide as some might call it, as they roll off a 2. 7 laps to go, rather. Brandon Garmin out there in second. Noah Bowman there in third. Now you watch Jackson Lauderbaugh there in fourth. Now Brandon in the fourth as Jackson falls back in the fifth. Cale still holds on to the lead with Garmin there battling for second with Noah Bowman. Bowman getting a great run there on that inside line. Now working underneath. Crossover there from Brandon. Can he make it happen there through 1 and 2? He does for the moment, but Noah's going to get a great run off of turn 2 down that back straightaway. Here through 3 and 4. Up there along an outside wall. Be careful. Don't hit it too hard there as Noah tries to get that outside run to work to stay ahead of Brandon, who's sitting there third. But don't look too far. Tebow down there on the bottom in at number 49. Strolling there in fourth is Cale Heibolt there in the lead. Coming off turn number 4. Noah Bowman there second. Brandon Garmin there third with Tebow fourth, and then roll it off there through 1 and 2. Once again down that back straightaway. 3 laps to go here in heat number 2. That Dairy Queen 58 of Cale. Strong as can be out front. Noah there in second. Brandon Garmin there in a third. Now we saw that bottom side work here for Cale through heat number 2. That outside lane prevailed there through heat 1. As you're watching there off of corner 3 and 4. Coming here to the flag. Cale Heibolt out there in the lead here with 1 lap to go as you go after that white flag. You see that dirt fly there through turn 1 and 2 down that back straightaway. Here through 3 and 4. Looking up there at the top side there, Noah Bowman can't get the run he wants as he works down there off corner. And there you see Cale Heibolt gets the win here in heat number 2 for the NARC SSR Midgets. So here you got your heat 2 results. Cale Heibolt getting that win. Noah Bowman there in second. Brandon Garmin there third. Tebow Brennan there in fourth. And Jackson Lauderbaugh that's there in a fifth. We'll be back after this short message as they get set with warm-ups here. So don't go anywhere. Your main event coming up after this.
Precision is our language. Creativity is our weapon. And perfection is the only option. Your life, your brand, your image, elevated to a level that can't be ignored. This isn't just a wrap, it's a revolution. Regal Wraps and Designs, where power meets style, and style becomes unforgettable. At Regal Wraps and Designs, we don't follow trends, we set them. Every line, every finish, every detail is built to elevate. From flawless vehicle wraps to bold custom designs, we take your vision and refine it. Simple statements, artful accents, hues of harmony. We are Regal Wraps and Designs.
racetrack. And you watch them roll there out of the corner, down there through 3 and 4. And Rod, I'm not ignoring, I see your comment there about the cloudy picture. And the reason it's cloudy is there's no sun here at Eldora. And it's not quite dark enough for the lights to kick on, so it's definitely cloudy. Our weather is cloudy. Well, you're talking about that. How about we go ahead and look at the weather as you see it here. Cloudy is the forecast, 19 mile per hour wind, 95% humidity. So that'll create a little bit of fog there as well with 65 degrees Fahrenheit for your temperature. The track temp being 67 degrees here at Eldora. There you have. So we're here with the driver that head there off through the corner. Still got a few minutes left of warm-ups left. Whenever they decide that they have had enough warm-up, they'll get to the green flag. As you see the Iron Man, Vinny, sitting there second fastest here in warm-ups. T-Bone Brandon out there with a 16.211 being your fastest out there. Noah Bowman there with a 16.277. So, I mean, the times are really close there. Hale out there on track. You can kind of see that sun trying to peek through here a little bit as they go down there into the back straightaway. And down there across the front. And you see it's still pretty cloudy here at Eldora. Down there off the corner, down that back straightaway. Cale there rolls through turn number 3 and 4. Out there onto the front stretch. He was your Heat 2 winner. Vinny was your Heat number 1 winner. Brandon out there showing them all up there with a 16.211 for his best time so far here in warm-ups. Hopefully everybody's hearing me okay. It looks like you should be. And we've got everything rolling here at FFTV here tonight for your NARC SSR Racing League, or your National Auto Club, National Auto Racing Club. And here comes Bowman there through turn 1 and 2. Leibolt there down the back stretch. Zent there coming into turn 3 and 4. T-Bow out there rolling through 1 and 2. Maybe a couple more rolling off there. Ron Quinsel down there in the 46. He's going to give it some laps here. As you see, he's currently 9th fastest right now with a 16.524. Trying to get that speed up in that machine, and they roll there through corner 1 and 2. Up there and into the outside wall goes Ron. Now you go down there through the back stretch. You see Cale there working off turn number 4. Brandon back gear through turn 3 and 4. In that number 18, sorry. Bowman there in the number 24. Jackson there in the 6. As he gets a wheel hop off of there, Easton Kent ends up into the outside wall. There with him, trying to stay out of him, was Ron Quinsel as they work there down off corner number 2. Off the corner there through 1 and 2, down through the back stretch. Yeah, they work there now off 4. A few moments left. About 30 seconds of warm-ups left to go. Then we will be here with green flag. right, ASC, I think track lighting might be getting ready to kick on there. It looked like it got a little bit lighter there. We'll see what the feature brings for us here as you see it. Oh, we got the 46 up there in the outside wall once again. And getting ready here for your main event here tonight. Your grid for your main event. It's going to be Vinny out there on pole with Kale there in second. Easton Zent in the number 10 will be starting third with Noah Bowman for Indy Race Parts Esports. Driving the 024 will start fourth outside row number 2. Row number 3 on that inside lane starting fifth is going to be the 8 of Ryan Covey. Starting to his outside, whereas it's our Elite Sim Racing, the 18 of Brandon Garman starting there in 6th. Row number 4 to the inside, Ron Quinzel in the number 46 will start there in 7th. To his outside, the 49 of Tebow Brannon starting there in 8th. Row number 5 back there at the back of the pack is going to be Wade Fields in the number 1 for Indy Race Parts Esports starting there in 9th. Does not look like he's on the grid with Jackson Lauterbaugh in the number 29 back there starting 10th. And that is your field here for tonight for your NARC Midgets. Looking for some great racing here tonight as they're all fired up, ready to go, 30 laps of distance. And down there in corner number 1. They work their off turn number 3 here one more time around here for Vinny as they get ready for the flag. And them midgets all wound up, ready to go. Check them belts, check them wheels. You don't want that steering wheel in your lap. You want to make sure it's locked in place. Down there off turn 2. You see Kale up there on that high side. We saw that work for Vinny in Heat 1 up there on the high side where Kale liked that inside lane during Heat 2. So this is going to get interesting here as they get ready to fire these things off. Letting the dirt fly and the dust fling here at Eldora. They come here off turn 4. Then down and away. The loud pedals are pushed to the floor. In the corner number 1 they go. Kale struggling there on that outside lane already as that inside lane shoots off like a rocket. Easton Zent out there in the second place. Vinny takes an early commanding lead out there in front. Look out though, here comes Kale as he's got himself back down there on that inside lane once again. Here for the main event. Working there through off of 2. Brandon Garman back there in 4th. Jackson back here in 5th. Noah Bowman there. He's working through the middle of 3 and 4. Fifth, Ryan Covey here in 7th. Ron working underneath of the 49er, Tebow, as they work down there out of turn 2. You're watching Vinny there as he works into 3 and 4 there. Kale Highbolt there in 2nd. Easton Zed there in 3rd. Brandon Garman in 4th as they bring it off there across the line. First caution underway, and this is going to be for Ryan Covey. You're on the pole, instant replay here. I'm going to show them as they come off the corner up there against that outside wall. That 121 there on track, but 8 on your scoreboard. It gets up there and ends up upside down against that outside wall and takes a pretty good tumble there coming off of turn 3. That is your on the pole instant replay. As you watch him come out here, getting ready for the start once again. Lights are still on, so he's still got at least one more lap to go. I guess 2 laps to go. Tebow entered pit lane to try to get something worked on that machine. As now he works there off of pit road, coming off of 2. Fields is out as he didn't take the grid. Bobby there in the pit lane. Should be coming to 1 to go. See if they get lined up. And they will. They're going side by side. Lights go up. We're getting ready to go. Green flag racing once again. Here they work now off of turn 2. That NARC for the NARC Racing League here tonight. And come down the backstretch. Pace truck's gonna pull off on the pit road, coming there out of turn 4. In the race over to Vinny, and Vinny will be down and away. There goes the pace truck, there goes the gas pedals, and they're down and away. Once again, here across the front stretch, that inside lane. Once again, shooting off like a rocket. The 29L up there on that outside lane. Working there through into 3 and 4, up there along that outside lane. I guess it's not the 29L, it's just the 29 up there at the top as they work down there off the corner. And side by side there, the 29 with the 10. Cale got himself back up into second there, down on that inside line. As you watch him slide through turn 3 and 4. Little touch there out of Easton Noah. As Noah's up there on that outside lane now. As the 29 there, Jackson, he's stuck in the middle. Working there through turn 3 and 4. Now he goes up there to the top jump, up into that outside wall. Got to try to keep it down off of there. You're watching there as Easton Zed now up there behind the 24 at Noah Bowman. And Tebow, Brandon, he made a great run up here in the 4th now. After being there towards the back a little bit earlier in the race. Now down there on the bottom side, following Cale through on the bottom edge. 23 laps to go here for your NARC Racing League. Tebow up the 4th. Noah Bowman there in the 3rd. Cale Highbolt runs 2nd, and Vinny still holds the lead after starting out there on the pole, up there on the top side. Cale doing what he can to get down there on the bottom and race himself there into a win if he can. Still about a half a second back and losing ground there. Slowly through the bottom side of the racetrack. There he gains a little bit, but look out. Here comes Tebow as he's up there in the 3rd. Now as Bowman's trying to hang on to it, but Tebow back underneath him. As they work down that back straightaway, 21 laps to go. The 49 there, Tebow, working hard down there on the bottom side, trying to keep that grip running, and gets a little tight there off the corner. Couldn't quite get the movement he wanted. Up there at the top is Noah Bowman. Tebow gonna drop back there in the 4th, gonna let it slide once again. There through 3 and 4 is going to keep an eye out behind him, though, as the 18 Brandon Garman. He's trying to chase his way up there into the front. Easton's in there in 6. Jack and Waterbaugh back there in 7. Rounding out there is Ron Quinzel as Ryan is down on pit lane. Working there through 1 and 2 once again. Vinny still leads the way, 18 laps to go. Here at Eldora, they work down there through turn 3 and 4. Great move there by Noah Bowman, but Cale's going to stick it down there on the bottom side, going to try to power up. He does do so there on the bottom. And he works there around underneath of Noah. Noah's still working that high side. Cale working that bottom side. Now Noah's going to slide it on in there once again, slide it on up to the wall. Cale's going to hold firm there down to the bottom of Bowman. That time's going to keep it rolling up there on the top side and get that momentum to work for him down there off the 4 for that second spot for now. Hey, watching there now in the corner, number 1 and 2, Cale there in 3rd. Got to watch behind him as Tebow's been having a great run here tonight. Bowman having a good run here as well, and then number 24 down there along the bottom edge now as Cale goes up there to the top shelf to try to gain something. As they're all searching for some sort of momentum line and just not finding it as of yet. And as you see, everybody searching for something. And Vinny, he's just going to keep running his line up there at the front and leave everybody else guessing on where to run. As you see, Bowman there top. Now he's running a cut down there off of 2. Going to try to pull up there tight to him. There through 3 and 4. He's going to run that slider there through 3 and 4. No, he's not. He's going to stay it tight down there on the bottom side. Almost pulled up even with Vinny as they roll through turn 1 and 2. As Noah's up there against that outside wall, getting there into the wall there. That's not what he wanted to do as the Highboat's back here in 3rd. Staying ahead of Brandon for the moment, but Brandon doing a great run down there on the bottom. Tebow now up there in the third as they work through turn 1 and 2. Cale had to lift a little bit as Brandon worked up there in front of him. Now Cale's going to bring it back over. You see Bowman up there on the top side. Here comes Tebow on the inside. He's going to get that third place that lap. 10 laps to go here from Eldora as Vinny still hangs on to the lead. But Bowman trying to chase him down up there on the outside now. That just always been up top, been down below. He's just trying to find anything that'll work. With 9 laps to go, Cale still runs in the third with Tebow back here in the fourth. Brandon Garman in fifth. Easton Dent back here in sixth with Jackson Lauterbach. In seventh, Ron Quinzel back here in eighth. And I just saw we got Ryan Covey down there on pit road as the 80 of Vinny. Works there off a 2, but Bowman, great run to the outside. He's going to take over that lead here through turn 3 and 4. Vinny now is back up there on that top shelf. They're behind him as they work there down into corner number 1 and 2. Cale, they're in third, and they work now off through the backstretch there as Tebow's there in fourth. Noah up there leading the way. Sparks fly off that tail bar as you watch the 80 there. Vinny working there down through into 1 and 2. Everybody single file right now. I just see Cale on the bottom. There comes Tebow up on that top shelf. Noah now running that top shelf and Vinny there. All up against that outside wall. And Vinny trying to gain something to get up there to Noah, but can't quite get that number 80 Ironman machine to find enough bite to get up there to that NBR Motorsports machine of Noah Bowman. And they work there now off turn number 4. Vinny now back to the bottom. Great run there on the bottom at the moment for Vinny. As he tries to pull up there, he'll get behind Vinny once again, and we are caution as Ron Quinzel around on the back straightaway in the car number 46. Take a look at it here. You saw that real quickly flash on your screen there as the leaders come by. You see that car, that Diet Pepsi machine, facing the wrong way. As you see him slide up there, gets into that outside wall. He'll take a tumble, spin it around like a top, up and over, and faces the wrong way. At least he landed on his wheels. And now he'll wait for that caution flag to wave and all the leaders to come by till it's safe to turn around. Yeah, everybody gets under that yellow flag here tonight for the second time. Down there on pit road, you see Quinzel come down there. Out front, Noah Bowman, Vinny now here in second. Cale Heibolt there third. Now, here's the question. How's this going to affect the race here as it comes to the closing laps? As we said, Vinny's there in second. You see Noah out there in front. I think lights are out on the pace truck. We're going to go green flag racing. And they come out of turn 4, if I saw that correctly. Here we are, 1 lap to go here. If it looks like, nope, 3 laps to go. Down there through turn 1 and 2. Vinny down there on the bottom. Look out, Tebow is trying to get around Heibolt. Can't quite get there as Bowman hangs on to that lead in front of Vinny. Great start by him. Comes around here, 2 laps to go as they come across the line. Vinny doing everything he can. Cale's trying to hang there in front of Tebow. Tebow up there in the 49, coming there off turn number 2. Cale there out in front of him. Noah Bowman still hangs on the lead. Tebow getting a great run down there on the inside. Gonna slide it up. Cale's not gonna get anywhere as he is down there. And looks like he might be out of fuel in that 58 machine as Noah Bowman out there in front. Vinny there in second. Tebow now there to third. And they come off turn number 4. Noah Bowman gets your victory here at Eldora in the NARC Midget class tonight. Driving an NBA car out there, the number 24. Up there against that outside lane. Great run there by Noah as he drives that NBR machine to victory lane here tonight. Vinny there in second, driving for Iron Man. Tebow there in a third. Kale ends up back there in eighth, a lap down. Due to him running out of fuel there at the ending of the race. Just cut it too close on fuel. So your official results are coming in here. We'll get with it. Official results for your feature or event are as follows. Noah Bowman getting that win. Benny there in second. Tebow there third. Easton Zent there fourth. Jackson Laudabaugh there in fifth. Ron Quinzel there in sixth. Brandon Garmin there seventh. Cale Heibolt there in eighth. Ryan Covey ninth with Wade Fields there in 10th. And I will get with your winners here. See who we got here. First of all, see who we got. We'll see who I pull up in here first. Good evening. How's it going? Who do I have the pleasure with?
What's up?
Not a whole lot. Who do I got here in the booth with me?
This is Noah.
Oh, this is Noah, our winner. All right. Well, congrats, Noah, out of Springfield, Illinois. He's bringing that 24 there to victory lane. Looked like he had a great run out there going in that midget here tonight.
Yeah, track kind of threw us for a curveball. There was just a lot of moisture, a lot of humidity in the air, and with no sun out, it just made for a really heavy racetrack. So just had to wait for the track to blow off a little bit, and it came to me there at the end of the feature.
Well, I know that for a while you were kind of behind Vinny, just trying different lines to see what works. And it seems like there was a bunch of you just trying to find that line that was going to give you the quickest time. It seemed difficult to find that line tonight.
Yeah, there was a little bit of like a lip in the center of the track that we were hitting in the heats and most of that feature, but I just want to say sorry to Tebow for chopping his nose into one. It was just trying to go where nobody was and just dumb on my part, so just want to apologize to him about that.
All right. You did a great job getting a victory here tonight, Noah. And you got any sponsor shots? Anybody you want to thank for getting that victory?
I'd like to thank Wade and Keith at Indy Race Parts Esports, Red Driver Marketing Solutions, and Vinny for letting me bounce ideas off of him, and we've been working together pretty good, so it's definitely paying off.
Well, you think after you beat him tonight he's still going to give you some ideas?
We'll keep itching away, and I'm sure he'll find victory lane here soon.
All righty. Well, congrats there, Noah, and have yourself another great season here at NARC.
Thank you.
All right, so that's that. Trying to see who else we got here. See who we pull up. Good evening there. Now who do I have the pleasure with? This is Adam Fligger here in the booth. Do you got a copy on us? Tebow, how's it going? Supposed to be with Tebow, but I'm not getting, I don't think I'm getting, he's hearing me at all. Hello, Tebow. Huh. I don't know. Let's try sliding this, see if we can get with. Good evening there, Vinny. How's it going? You there, Vinny? Vinny, can you hear me? All right. I don't know what's going on. Vinny, you there?
You guys got me?
There you are. All right. We got Vinny here. How's it going there, Vinny? Can you hear me all right? Thought I had you there for a moment, then I... Some technical difficulties here behind the scenes a little bit, it seems. You there, Vinny? Oh, nope. Vinny not there. Let's see if we can get with... Tebow, you there?
I am here. You got me?
Yeah, now we got you. Man, oh man, what a race tonight.
Yeah, it was an interesting one for sure. The track was pretty fresh. It was kind of hammered down. And, it's the greatest racetrack in the world, Eldora, but I'm not a big fan of it when it's just hammered down. It's kind of boring sometimes, and kind of just comes to how you can get the car set up coming out of the corners, and Noah and Vinny are some of the best to do it. So I didn't have enough for them, but third place I'm pretty happy with.
Well, it looked like you had a blast up there. You came up 5 spots from where you started to finish third. I know Cale was giving you a good run for the money, but I think he ended up running out a lap short of fuel.
Yeah, I think that's what he posted up on the chat real quick, that's what happened. So I lucked out a little bit on that. So that's how racing goes sometimes, I guess.
Yeah, I think he would have liked to have not seen the 2 cautions.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that probably changes the race a little bit. He and I had a pretty good battle going for a bit. Made some contact, but it's part of it. It's all good. So not intentional on either side of that. So we got through with it. But yeah, I did make some contact with him, and it knocked the toe out of the left front a little bit. Didn't really feel it that much, but it was definitely a little bit looser after that.
Well, on this type of fresh track, did that help or hurt you?
It kind of hurt a little bit. I mean, I wasn't catching Noah or Vinny either way, so it didn't change the end result, I don't think, because they were just a class above me, I think. But yeah, I was having trouble keeping it straight already, so just trying to hammer down and keep it as straight as possible. It's yeah, that's how it goes sometimes.
Because I have heard that some of these cars, and I don't know which ones, if you just catch them on the wall just right and realign that toe, it can sometimes help the driving ability of the car.
Yeah, that it can happen, but I'm not going to play that game with like 2 to go or whatever. So I'm just gonna take my third place, my bronze medal, and get on out of here.
Yeah, I know for me,
for another day.
I know for me, I never want to try that. I mean, it's
yeah,
not something I'm willing to risk.
Yeah, I've seen guys do it, but I'm not really going to be.
I don't get that lucky.
Yeah, that's right. Same here.
If I would have tried it, I'd be probably tearing the wheel off the car instead of fixing my problem.
Yeah, that's how it goes for me too.
No, but great job getting third. You got any sponsor shout-outs? Anybody you want to thank for getting third place tonight here?
Yeah, Varix.com for your ERP rescue. Go to Varix.com. Mighty Good Marketing. I'd like to thank my wife for letting me log on tonight.
Yeah, I never forget about them other significant others, that's for sure.
Yeah, she says I'm racing too much these days, but I can't get enough.
Well, you gotta make sure she knows you appreciate her.
Yes. Well, I'm about to log off for the night and go hang out with her.
Alrighty, well, have yourself a great night there, Tebow, and enjoy that third place the best you can.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right, that will wrap it up here from what I can see. No. So, I don't have anywhere I can move people. Oh, there we go. Aha, I can move there. All right, so great job by these drivers here tonight. I don't know what happened to Vinny. There was some mic issues going on there for Iron Man Motorsports driver Vinny. But great job out there by him getting that second place. I know he started first, ended up coming in second. Noah just had a little bit better run, it seems, there late in the run. But still, nonetheless, here with this track tonight, the high humidity, the tackiness of the track, these guys definitely put on a show the best they know how here with NARC. So thank you all for coming out and watching. We will see you next time here at Flieger Farm TV, and that will be tomorrow night for SRA, whenever we take on another night of their short track racing. So thank you everybody for watching. We'll catch you later. Good night.
Precision is our language. Creativity is our weapon. And perfection is the only option. Your ride, your brand, your image, elevated to a level that can't be ignored. This isn't just a wrap, it's a revolution. Regal Wraps and Designs, where power meets style, and style becomes unforgettable. At Regal Wraps and Designs, we don't follow trends, we set them. Every line, every finish, every detail is built to dominate. From flawless vehicle wraps to bold custom designs, we take your vision and redefine it. Seamless statements, artful accents, hues of harmony. We are Regal Wraps and Designs.